Alright guys, the new hero is out, Isabella. I know a lot of people have been wondering if she's good or not, and the people that have pulled for her have been a little bit disappointed and are not really sure how to use her. So this is going to be a video where we run down her skills, where she's useful, and maybe how to equip her and gear her and get some use out of her. So let's get into it. Okay, so here is the gallery T5 Red Isabella. Her skill is going to be where we look at most of her effect because she does add this new effect Curse, which reduces the hero's damage reduced by 60, control resistance by 100. If she fires and there is no enemy with Curse, that's where she adds Curse. So almost immediately you know that she needs to fire once to land Curse and then fire again to get some effect off of the curse. So she's going to need to be at least 2 rounds into the battle before she can do anything. She's also the first hell cleric that actually does some healing, but this is minor, and this extra damage is actually somewhat minor as well. Her passive is HP, control resistance, energy plus 50, so she's got energy kind of like Lorelei. She doesn't need Tears of the Goddess or Star Shards. If a hero dies, she gains energy, she heals, and she gets speed plus 200. So she's kind of like Bale in that she can snowball a little bit, which doesn't matter as much lately. Her next passive is her regular attack, which hits 4 people. That's pretty nice. Reduces their abnormal state resistance. This is like poison, burn, freeze, all of those. Not freeze, but poison, burn, bleed. Reduces their attack. If they're in curse, it reduces their final damage and their healing effect. So again, they need to be cursed for things to happen. And her third passive is when she goes below 0% HP, she silences all heroes. She weakens all heroes, which reduces their final damage by 90%. Notice that this says HP below 0, so that if she does come back with a revive from Scold, she still triggers this effect. This is a different trigger than when hero dies. And finally, when she is at T5 Red, when she drops to 0 HP, same as the other one, she reduces all enemy energy by 50, and she adds a curse to the hero with the highest defense. And extra, now that they're starting to make skins a little bit more important, skin, here. No, this is the mythic skin. Her regular skin is when a hero with curse attacks, your team heals and gets attack and gets damage reduced. The mythic version just raises all of those numbers by a lot. So her skin is actually quite important because of the speed and because of what it adds. So 15 speed on regular skin, 35 speed on mythic skin. The healing, the attack, all that goes up with the mythic skin. They have started making all of these mythic skins a lot more important in terms of the extra abilities they give, and so it's getting very expensive because now you have to be a lot more careful with which heroes you start to take skins up. So like we had to do Chazlon. A lot of us put in skins for Nyx. Before Nyx, people wasted a lot of points taking up people like Bryn or something like that, and so when you're struggling for skin shards, you got to be very picky, and Isabella's is pretty good. So, what does this mean for how she works? Well, we know that the heroes with the highest defense is often Satario, and at the very, very highest level, apparently it's Cosmic Scold. So she's good for Cosmic Scold, but because she needs multiple rounds to fire, if she dies, if the battle is over in turn 1 or turn 2 with Chazlon, she's actually useless. She's actually not even worth the space. You might as well add a support hero or something to try and defend against Chazlon instead, because she's just not going to do anything against Chazlon. So, the very short summary is, against Chazlon, she's not good. That's nothing more can be said about that. While Chazlon exists and the meta is all around 1 and 2 round battles, Isabella is not good. But remember how she needs longer battles. Now you look at her support in PvE, which is when battles are guaranteed 15 rounds, meaning she can land her curse turn 1 and will keep the curse going every single round. The problem is her skin is really where you're going to get a lot of the benefit from. Whenever they attack, you gain attack. If you try this versus Guild Boss and you have Koshka, you have Isabella, you have Cosmic Freya, the boss is going to be crowd controlled so frequently that they'll almost never attack. And you will get the 60% damage reduced, but you'll never get the skin benefits. So personally, I found that a second Skuld worked just as well, if not better, than Isabella. So if you were already in the range of having a second Skuld or looking to build one, she's going to do more for you than Isabella. Pet Boss, I think, wipes his own crowd control and honestly is just very random in general. So she's not going to be amazing there unless you've got a lot more optimized team with many Tears of the Goddess and all of that to clear his stun and his weakness and all those other things he does. The Pet Boss is just very random and hard to control damage for unless you really know what you're doing. So now we get into the last big PvE mode, which is Void Boss, and that's probably going to be the boss where she has the most effect because he cannot be crowd controlled and therefore he does attack every turn. He does give you the bonus stats every turn, and that's probably going to be the only point that Isabella is actually good for mid-range players. So, as a summary, she looks nice. I like her skin look, but in terms of people that are looking for a new hero to help them shake up some things in the Chazlon meta, get some extra wins in PvP, sadly, Isabella is not it. So, if you've been on the fence about pulling keys, I hope that this gives you enough extra information to decide whether you want to or not. And that's all. She just wasn't the next broken hero. We'll just have to keep waiting for the next one. Hopefully the Chazlon meta doesn't last forever, because if PvP battles really go back to 4 or 5 rounds, maybe even 8 or 9 like before, I think Isabella is going to be really good. But right now, as it is right now, she's not good for PvP. So take that as you will. You've got a few days to use your keys. Use that and make your decision. That is all for this. See you guys next time.